What's up, beautiful world? This is TNA, Top Notch Audio, and welcome to another episode of r/I don't work here lady. Our first story will be, well, at least you could read. And then, you are giving the bus aide detention, followed by, the owner of my work pulled the I don't work here lady on a customer. And finally, I'm sorry, I don't work next door. If this is your first time listening, remember to hit that subscribe button on the bottom right hand corner. If this is not your first time, welcome back. Enjoy the stories. And this story is posted by /the articulate grunt. Well, at least she could read. So it happened about a week ago. I had a meeting at work and was recently promoted, so I decided to wear a collared company shirt I bought a couple years back with slacks and a nice set of professional shoes. My wife had given me a honey pickup list, so after the meeting, I stopped by America's favorite, 2 in every town, store Fall Dart. Now, it was a small list, 3 easily carried items, so I didn't even grab a card or anything. As I am moving through an aisle to grab the first thing, a sweet little old lady asked for my help reaching something on the top shelf. No problem, she asked nicely. I'm tall and I don't actually mind helping. My wife will actually see people having issues and volunteer me from time to time. It's all cool. As I hand it to her and she smiles thanking me, I get tapped on the shoulder, one of those bony nun finger type of taps. Hey, come with me. You need to take care of your employee. Now, mine instantly realized I must look like a manager and a Karen found me. Still, I'm sorry, ma'am, I don't work here. I don't care if you're corporate or local, follow me. F it, this could be fun. So I follow her, and a couple aisles away is a lady tasked to do shopping for those online orders with 4 partially filled totes. I can't find my spit and she won't show me where it is. You need to reprimand this employee. Poor employee tried to keep smiling despite looking so tired and fed up with life in general. Ma'am, I'm sure she's just following the directions of her boss, but I don't work here. It does seem that you need some help though. Do you need my help? As I said that, I pulled down and straightened the chest of my shirt in case of wrinkles and pointed to the slogan under the company crest, helping individuals with disabilities in living independent and fulfilling lives. I really do love helping people and work for a company that works with people with mental and physical disabilities. She glanced down, got a confused look on her face, and looked back up at me, which I had been waiting for. Extending one hand towards her, ma'am, do you have staff or a family here with you? Are you in need of assistance? She got red and started making a squeaky, choking noise. She then started looking really pissed but unsure of what to say. She finally clenched her jaw and just stormed off. I turned, showing my shirt to the actual employee, and wished her a good day as she tried not to laugh. Sadly, I didn't see or hear anything else from the lady the rest of my visit. And this story is posted by /Dragosa Rambier. You are giving the bus aide detention? I recently started working as a school bus aide, where I helped work with special needs students so the driver could focus on driving and only intervene when necessary. Our bus barn was located across from our high school career center, and the bus drivers and aides frequently parked here before our routes as we had no parking, too many buses, so they overflowed in the employee lot. My afternoon route started at about 3 o'clock, but I arrived at around 2:45 to inspect my bus. We had wheelchair equipment and special seatbelts that needed to be checked daily. I am wearing an orange polo, school colors, and a school mascot hat as it is School Spirit Day. As I am walking across the street to the bus barn, that's when I hear him. The principal of the technical center was telling, "Hey, stop right there." I was new, so I complied, thinking I may have parked improperly. "It is only 2:45. Where do you think you are going?" "It's only the first week." I realize that I look like a high schooler. I am in my 20s, and he thinks I'm ditching class. I laugh and reach for my work ID. Me, "I'm sorry, sir. I work across the street." "Here." I go to show him my badge, and I realize I left it on my bus in the morning route. Principal, "Well?" He is getting agitated. Me, "I'm sorry, I must have left it." Principal, "I don't need to see your paperwork or ID, but you are coming with me and I am writing you a detention slip." Me, no longer smiling, "Sir, I am not a student here." Principal, "It doesn't matter. Which school do you go to?" "The Career Center hosts its students across the county." Me, "I don't." Principal, "So you are homeschooled then?" Me, No, sir. I work across the street and I'm going to be late for my route soon. I take a few steps back towards the bus barn where my driver sees me and honks, clearly annoyed that I wasn't on board. Principal, I'm so sorry. I didn't recognize you. You must be a new aide. I'm Mr. Principal. We shake hands and laugh. I ask him if I could still get that detention slip, and he just laughs. I quickly cross the street and board my bus. My driver, who is amazing, asks what was taking me so long. I am known to be talkative. It appears I now have detention for skipping class. My driver starts cracking up, and I ask her if I could stay clocked in for detention. We have a good laugh about it and run our route. When we finish dropping off the last students, she looks me dead in the eyes and says, "So, should I go to the high school for your detention, or can you drive yourself?" To this day, anytime I mess with her, she threatens to give me detention. And this story is posted by u/Stormtrooper1989. The owner of my work pulled the I don't work here lady on a customer. So I used to work at a bar. The owner was a butt, but he was great to work for. He was a super alcoholic and a great tipper. He had been permanently banned from every other bar in town, which was why he bought the bar. He had a policy that if he was drinking, he wasn't the owner. So if he got out of hand, we could throw him out, but not 86, or call the cops on him. Now, I also would like to add that all he did was sign the checks. He had nothing to do otherwise with the day-to-day of the bar other than drinking. One morning, I was opening the bar, and typically the doors are unlocked an hour before we open so regulars could come in and drink. They knew the bartender would be cleaning and stocking the bar and would just deal with small wait times to get a drink or refill. The owner came in and didn't want to wait for me to come out of the back, so he went behind the bar and made himself a drink. He then went and sat at the bar, put money on a rubber mat. When I came out of the back with a few cases of beer, I hear a woman going off on someone who I found out was the guy who signs my checks. She was going off about how horrible he was for drinking on the job and refusing to make her a drink. He simply told her he didn't work there and went back to his drink. When she saw me, she immediately started complaining about him, saying she wanted to speak to the owner or manager. Since I was the only one there, I told her she'd have to deal with me. She went on her tirade about him needing to be fired and then demanded a free drink for his rudeness and unwillingness to help her. I told her that wasn't going to happen as he didn't work there. Then she decided to take it up a notch and said she knew the owner. Cue typical "you'll both will be fired" rant, and the owner is shaking his head laughing, which made her madder. I called her bluff and told her to either shut up or order a drink or leave because I have things to do. She got huffy and then demanded a tab, trying to hand me a credit card. I informed her we were cash only, but she was welcome to go pull money out of the ATM near the bathroom. That didn't make her happy, so she decided to stump out of the bar, saying she'd take her business elsewhere. The owner then asked for my keys and promptly locked the door behind her. As soon as he did that, he came back and said, "I've never met that woman, so you're definitely not fired." We had a good laugh. She did come back about 20 minutes later because there wasn't another bar open and got super pissed when my boss waved and went back to his drink. She banged on the door for about 5 minutes. He then made me a sign to put up on the glass door with the bar hours, and she got in her car and sped off. I luckily never saw her again. And this next story is posted by u/distinct-standard308. I'm sorry I don't work next door. So I work for a martial arts studio. My husband is the instructor and I answer phones, sell contracts, and do the marketing. We are in a nice plaza with a very popular restaurant on one side and a tutoring center on the other. Due to COVID, we leave the doors locked and only allow people in if they have a reservation for the class. Students are only allowed in 5 minutes before their scheduled class. There's a large sign on the door that states our business name with a large logo. The text on the sign is large enough to be read by parents attempting to drop off on the curb. It states, "No reservation, no mask, no entry. No one will be permitted inside until 5 minutes before scheduled class." Today, my husband went to the back to check stock on uniforms and get an inventory together for me and left me up front alone to sanitize between classes. I'm masked up, spraying the air and all surfaces when someone tugs on the door. A lady and her son I don't recognize were standing on the sidewalk looking at me expectantly. I figured they wanted information, so I grabbed my keys, walked outside, and greeted them. Me. "Hello, Welcome to Martial Arts Studio. How can I help you? Lady, we have an appointment for my son to take a placement test. Me, realizing they want the tutoring center. Oh, I'm sorry. This is Martial Arts Studio. I think you're looking for the place next door. Lady, their door is locked. Let me in so my son can take his test. We have an appointment. She then tugs on the door to our place. Me, I am very sorry. Without a reservation to one of our classes, I cannot let you or your son in. We are a martial arts studio and not a tutoring center. You want the next door down. Let me show you. I walked to the next door down and knocked on the glass to get the people inside's attention. Lady, just use your keys and let me in or I'll take my business elsewhere. This is horrible customer service. Me, again, I don't work for that company. I can't let you in or help you with that. I knocked again as the tutoring center is quite large. The young girl that works at the front desk came out of the back and smiled at me and opened the door. Lady, it's about time. This woman would not let me in. She has the worst customer service I've ever experienced. I have an appointment. Tutoring girl. She doesn't work here, but yes, come on in and I'll get you situated. I went back to work and told my husband, who wondered where I had gone. Anticlimactic, I know, but it gave me a chuckle, so I thought I'd share. Oh man, those were 4 great stories. To hear the best stories of the week, click on the video in the top left-hand corner. To hear more Reddit stories all related to what you just heard, click on the video in the top right-hand corner. And if you have not already done so, click on the subscribe button in the bottom right-hand corner. Once again, this is TNA, Top Notch Audio. Thank you for listening and have yourself a great day.